Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to review Module 8, Week 8. If you're watching this video, I want to welcome you back from spring break, or if you're still on spring break, which I assume many of you are since I've released this video before spring break is over, I hope you're having a swell time, whether it be in Cancun, Disneyland, or wherever you choose to spend your spring break. Now, as this class proceeds, you will notice in the course calendar in week 7 you had nothing to turn in. All you had, if you were doing any work, is probably going to be on your group project, but nothing is due in week 7. So I made that specifically clear. In week 8 you do have responsibilities. You will be turning in your group project, which is the presentation of viewpoint summary and argument mapping. I have set the expectations clearly on the assignment and what I'm expecting from you. You are going to turn in your presentation. One person in your group will submit the presentation. I don't need presentations from each and every one in the class. It's just for one group, one presentation from one group. From each group submits a presentation. After you submit that, remember, you will go into the discussion board forum I created, and let's go into that so that you guys understand what I'm expecting from you. So in the discussion board forum, which I've created after the presentation, you will go into the forum here and find your group ABC, and you will post a link of the recorded video. Why do you have to do this? Well, this enables other peers from other groups to be able to view your presentation and contribute to it. This presentation carries a significant point of this assignment carries a significant point of your grade in this class. So if for some reason you miss out of it, or you did not contribute your fair share to the group project, I will find out, and I would have to make some hard decisions. So I expect everyone in the group to be contributing equally, supporting the group, and helping with other tasks and responsibilities in the group. The purpose of having a group leader is just to make sure somebody is facilitating, and I want somebody to be responsible for turning something in. It has nothing to do with that. Many of you are responsible, but it's just to have somebody facilitate. We need somebody to make decisions in the group. Now you will complete the question and answers to your assigned group, and if you look at the module, that's the module 8. Let's go into the learning modules. You will see the module discussion I have created. This will guide you in responding to groups. So group A will question group B, B, C, C, D, D, A. Now, what is going to guide you in responding to each other? Well, group A is going to respond to group B, B to C, C to D, and B to A. Okay? I don't think that's difficult for you to understand. You can do the recording on Zoom or WebEx, whichever one you're familiar with. WebEx is popularly used at Harper College, so I encourage you to use it amongst yourself. You also have a discussion forum to complete. This is on identifying and assessing your arguments. So by now you've each completed discussion board posts, and you are going to follow the instructions that I have. Here's a template that I recommend you using. Remember, this is in Microsoft Word documents, and the template is in Microsoft Word documents. So if you do not have Microsoft Word installed, there's going to be serious formatting issue with this document. Let me open it and give you so you understand what I can see on my end, and I'll share my screen. So this is what the template looks like. Here you will post the arguments, and you'll explain your method of argumentation, and I want you to provide here your argument map. I want you to map out the arguments. Now if you choose to revise your discussion board post, you need to post a sample of it here, okay, so that I understand what has changed, and then you post your argument here so I see the difference. I want you to be honest. I don't want to see something totally new. Like, where did that come from? So if you do make a change to your discussion board post, which is going to reflect your argument map, you need to post it here. And as I've said, if you're not using Microsoft Word documents, you're likely going to have some formatting issues come up if you don't have it installed on your system, whether it's your laptop, whether it's your desktop. So keep that in mind. And I have been repeating myself, you should know that that's free, and I shouldn't be telling you to download something when I've been saying it all semester. So you go into the discussion board, and that's how you complete it. You are going to attach it there to submit your work, and I will grade it. The reason I do this is because I want the whole class to see what you completed during the week. Now let's go into the discussion board forum. So you will notice this is a forum for the group forum, and this is the forum where you post identifying and assessing your arguments. Okay. Going back to the course calendar, you can see that we have topics such as arguments and debates, free speech and hate speech. These are interesting conversations and topics. More interesting during this time because right now we're seeing on college campuses debates about Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It's a big topic right now. Even though I'm not quizzing you on this, I expect you guys to be aware of it. When it comes to making arguments, you guys have you've read Molly Watkins, Stop Saying I Feel Like, and you've also read Mr. Michael Roth's essay on young minds in critical condition. You've seen there's a tension between people using critical thinking in debates, and also there are those who do not want to use critical thinking but use pretty much base things on how they feel and in debates and discussion. So this is where the hate speech and free speech comes in. A lot of individuals who say they engage in free speech would like to say base it on arguments or critical reasoning. Maybe some of them are not, but then there are those who say that certain speeches should be tagged hate speech. And if you're in that category, maybe it's a perspective that you do not like and you want to see it silenced. While we all have the right to free speech in America, that's enshrined in the Constitution. Harper College also encourages free speech. I will post an image of that. I took it on campus a while ago. Harper encourages that. You need to understand that there is a debate surrounding this issue. You're supposed to respect other people's rights to free speech, and your right to free speech does not trump the rights of your peer in college. So there are many. I have materials. Let's go into course materials in week 8. You will be able to see the contents that I have regarding this special topics: free speech versus hate speech. I encourage you to look at that. Here's a sample student discussion board post on identifying and assessing your argument. Take a look at it if you're not clear on what I expect from you. So in this folder, you will see lots of resources I have. I may add more to it. This was popular, at least intellectual debates, trigger warnings, and safe spaces as of several years ago. I think in some college campuses it's still an issue. Some people, well, it's controversial, and I want you guys to take a look at everything there. Again, there's no discussion board post on this, unless you guys want me to give you one. I think I decided to create this space for you to watch the contents regarding free speech, because it's important when you have intellectual conversations, especially on college campuses. Not just in college campuses, but in public sphere. You need to know this. You need to understand that that the world doesn't stop at your own ideological bubble or your own perspective, whether you be on the left or right. There are various perspectives out there, and we need to know how to navigate various perspectives when we encounter them. I think we all have a lot to learn about free speech. What else do I need to cover? I have activities on argument mapping. I want you to take a look at this document, how to identify an argument and the type of problem it addresses. This will help you when you're responding to the post on identifying and assessing your arguments, which is an open forum. So make sure you understand what I'm expecting from you. Other topics such as structuring arguments from a text, identifying arguments, they're covered in the resources I have in week 8. And I look forward to reviewing your presentation, the presentation that many of you will deliver in week 8. On that note, I want to say once again, enjoy the rest of your spring break. And once you return, I want you to know that it's good to have you back. And I will be in touch with more reviews of other assignments in this class. Enjoy the rest of your break. Bye-bye.